Hey guys, welcome back to Fandom Sage Powers, where we talk heroes and villains and the Dawn. The Dawn of X, that is. I am breaking down my episodes into smaller, digestible portions, just focusing on per issue for now. If I get to a part of the series where multiple issues are more conducive to the storytelling, then I will change the format a little bit. I think you guys might appreciate getting videos faster and that aren't as long. So let me know what you think about that, and let's jump right in.
That's weird. Yeah, what's wrong with the gate? Is this Kansas? Doesn't look much like Kansas. And I would know. I got into some trouble in Kansas once. No, this isn't Kansas. This is Krakoa. You're in the Savage Land. We grow flowers here. Hey, I don't recognize you guys. You mutants new to the island? New? Yes. Mutant? Bad news on the boulevard, kids. Why? Why? That's obvious, isn't it, dear? We just love the S word out of some flowers. All right, we're here. What's gone wrong now? Something truly unexpected. Please have a seat. Hey, I know that look. You all right? I smell smoke. Should I assume fire? Yes, we're going to send you out. We can't access the Savage Land. Something's wrong with Krakoa. Well then, it's a good thing I've been well trained in righting wrongs. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Emma, nice of you to show up. In with the wind, not a hair out of place. Gotta tell you, I love those shoes. Why, thank you, Jean. I would offer to let you borrow them, but I think they're a couple of sizes too small. Oh, that's so kind of you. But I'm not big on borrowing things. That's really more of a you kind of thing, isn't it? I deserve that. Want to get a drink later? Sure, you're paying. I always do. All right, now that we're all here, someone want to explain why I have this headache?
Krakoa is screaming. Savage Land Gateway non-responsive. The forced seizure of a Krakoan gate has caused Krakoa itself incredible discomfort. This has resulted in several unexpected abnormal island disturbances. Krakoan wildlife has gotten more aggressive. After a period of over a month with no reported incidents with our island wildlife, there have been 6 in the last hour. Undetectable to most mutants, Black Tom Cassidy has noted a decrease in island mass. Beast has confirmed this and noted a decrease of 0.0001%, or roughly 158 square feet. Finally, all telepaths within the localized manifestation of the island are currently experiencing an increased level of psychic assault or consumption. An action team has been tasked with discovering what has happened to the gate and, if possible, re-establishing its connection to Krakoa. Feeding the island. As most know, Krakoa feeds on the psychic energy of mutants. When the island is at maximum growth, not the contracted pre-nation state or the winter version, Krakoa needs to consume 2 mutants a year to maintain a stable environment. However, the current population of Krakoa means that only a minimal amount of psychic energy is needed from each citizen to maintain the health of the island, something each mutant is happy to give. There are aggressive protocols in place to ensure that Krakoa is not exceeding its minimal psychic draw. 2 mutants who share similar limitations as the island, mutants who feed on mutants, Selene and Implate, have been tasked to observe the levels of psychic depletion among the island's mutant population. Similar protocols are used for the 2 of them as well.
That's the last 2. Not much fight in them. I think these might have been the peaceful mutants. They're flower children. All I see is soft, soft, soft. Given that, I would have thought the mutants would have a slightly more spirited security. What? No, I don't get social security. I said spirited security, Edith, not social security. Take your mask off. Can't hear worth a damn with it on. Won't make much difference, Augusta. She can't hear worth a D word with it off either. You can D word my B word, Opal. B word all the way to the store and back for your smokies. No more smokies. The doctor was very clear on our last visit. He could see the signs, and all the signs were very clear. So Opal is off the tobacco. So now I'm chewing that gum. Can't say I care for it much. I don't know why you had to bring that up, Edith. She did because she doesn't have a nice bone in her bony little body. And we know you get Social Security, Edith. You used your last check to upfit the green thumb. You know the good Lord hears you lying. I ain't lying, Lily. You can only claim one person's benefits, and since my Walter had paid in more, his Social Security checks were bigger. So I get his, not mine. There is a difference, and I'm thankful for it. Good old Walter. The man did many things right. He left you for a younger woman, Edith. Yes, but he died in a car crash before he filed our divorce papers. Left that strumpet of his with nothing but a bill for the funeral. I wore yellow to the service, if you recall. I sat in the front row and I laughed my A-word off. A-word means ass, Opal. So, chew on that, ladies. And while you do, shall we pick some flowers? Exactly how does this work? We can still access any of the other gateways, just not the specific gateway to the Savage Land. Not only is it not functioning properly, but the longer it's malfunctioning, the more Krakoa seems to be in pain. 5 minutes into that council meeting, and Jean, Paris, and I were ready to crawl out of our skin. I wish we had young Douglas around to translate. Yeah, right. Again, my fault. We're going to have to figure something out there, or that poor kid's never going to get a vacation again. So, do I dare inquire as to how traveling to Australia is getting us closer to the Savage Land? Well, it actually is closer, but we need a quick way there, and magic's off planet too. So, we're going to catch another ride. More company. How delightful. We've been invaded by octogenarians. That's unexpected. Ladies, you've caused a bit of a ruckus and people are upset. Mind introducing yourselves? We're Hordeculture. Hordeculture? No, Hordeculture. No one wants to hear about all that whoring around in Kansas Augusta did. I like married men and taking all their things. It's not my fault they sometimes die in car crashes. Speaking of unsavory women, this one looks like a tart. She dressed like an S-word with a serious P-word problem. You need to wash yourself off, girl. Oh my gosh, that was so wild. And look at Cyclops and look at Sebastian. They are damn, double homicide. I won't fight old women. And their minds are shielded somehow. So dear, if you could hit these ladies harder than you normally would, it would only make me love you more. Actually, if you don't mind, allow me. Good women of Hordeculture, I am Sebastian Shaw. I am Black King of the Hellfire Trading Company, who happen to be the rights holders of the product you clearly plan on absconding with. Now, I am not a prude, nor am I an impractical man. And between us girls, over the years I too have been known to purloin precious items, like those flowers you hold in your hand, and even flowers such as yourselves, for my own quite selfish and otherwise loin-related reasons. For we are all self-serving. So surely, in the spirit of personal enrichment and acquisition of all things we desire, we can come to some sort of agreement. You get what you want, some of our product, without the stigma of theft, and we would get what we want, which is an understanding of how you have compromised what we believed to be a closed system of transit. Yes, there is the complication of can we trust one another, especially when the formation of our blooming relationship has begun thusly, but I believe that we can find some solid footing in an agreement regarding our natures. You are thieves, and can be trusted to covet that which you do not own. And I am a devourer of both men and women, a carnivore, but fortunately for you ladies, I like my steak a little less seasoned. So, why don't we make a deal? What say you? Oh, get it with the gas, Lily! Already done, Edith. Whatever powers this creep has are neutralized. You hear that, creep? No deal. Please step away from the aristocrat. I know he's an insufferable bore, and normally I'd let you ladies work, but he's our insufferable bore, so now I have to work. Ugh. Are we done now? Oh, Oh God, oh Lord, oh sweet Jesus. Damn it. Are you okay? My hip! You broke my hip! Okay, hold still and I'll... Ah! Stupid boy. We do water aerobics and yoga 4 days a week at the YMCA. Our instructor's name is Sven. He's from Sweden and in better shape than you are. Enough. What is wrong with all of you? Well, you are, girlie. You mutants are screwing up our plan. Even though we are human, horticulture, like you, has a problem with what mankind has done to this planet. We are, all of us, radical botanists, gardeners with the gift of the green thumb, who are committed to returning this world to its proper state. The four of us have collectively spent more than 200 years working for the world's best agrochemical and biotech companies. Do you have any idea what is going on inside some of these places? It's offensive. They sold us on feeding the world, but what they were really doing was using our gifts to create seedless slave plants that could no longer reproduce. They replaced God's perfect cycle of death and rebirth with just death, so they can sell more product each year in the name of wealth and consumption. Well, after a while, we figured out what to do with our fellow scientists, and we knew what to do to these evil institutions. For the last 2 years, we've carefully sown the horticulture seed in with theirs, and in 10 years, we will control all the world's food supply. We will decide what grows and what does not. We will decide who eats and who starves, which, I won't lie, we're still arguing over. Opal says the future should belong to the children. Lily's never cared much for kids, and Edith says kill them all. Me, I go back and forth. Regardless, what we are sure of is that when we activate the horticulture seed, this world will return to its natural state. And Earth, with 7 billion fewer people on it. At least that was our plan. But then you showed up with your living island and expansive biome beyond our current understanding. And that could very well circumvent our plans. The good news is that good old human ingenuity is alive and well, and it didn't take us long to hack it. Anytime we like, we can interrupt its normal functions and take control of your method of transit, which, I will not lie, is a boon for us. But remapping its adaptive mutant genome has proven to be elusive. So we needed more samples. Now we have them. So we will work to see what makes Krakoa tick. And we will either convince it to support our good works, or find a way to bend it to our will. And if it can do neither, then we will find a way to pluck it, like the weed it is. You can bet your A-word on that. Just so you know, Gateway, you were a lot of help.
I don't know why Emma is tripping on Gateway. When have you ever seen Gateway do anything but give y'all a ride somewhere, transport you somewhere? He always is off to the side. He doesn't get into the altercations and the physical fights and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know what she mad at him for. She need to back up. She mad because that old lady said she need to wash her hoo-ha. That's what it was.
So, we hit a bit of a problem.
Hordeculture is a collaborative group of like-minded agrochemists, biotechnologists, and bioengineers who specialize in the genetic manipulation of and propagation of all things botanical. Their goal is the radical depopulation of humanity and the return of the planet to what they consider a more pristine state. Beyond genetic modifications believed to have been made to themselves, unconfirmed outside of a documented resistance to telepathy, the women of horticulture are experts at manipulating the environment to suit their extinction agenda. While it is unknown if there are more than 4 members of horticulture, the known existing members are Augusta Bromes, agrochemist, 64 years old, best friends with Opal Vetiver, bioengineer, 68 years old, best friends with Augusta. Lily Lamus, geneticist, 71 years old, thinks she's best friends with Opal, but isn't. Edith Scooch, botanical engineer, 81 years old, don't need friends, don't want them. The Green Thumb is a mobile base of operations designed and built by Edith. It is currently located in Sedona, Arizona, but will move when the current lunar cycle completes. So the Xmen have another villain, another foe in the form of horticulture. Now, I've heard people say hordeculture, which sounds weird. I mean, I can understand why you would say hordeculture, but it's a play on the word horticulture. So I would figure that they will still say it the same way, even though it's not spelled that way. And plus, it just feels weird to say Hordeculture. It just doesn't sound right. But I don't know if that's correct or not, but let me know if anybody knows for sure. I like Hordeculture. They're cool, they're funny, and they came prepared. You see that they stepped into that gate after hacking it, and these ladies are knowledgeable. They are experts in their field, and they weren't scared. They came with all the equipment they needed to harvest, to neutralize any threats, and to get back to where they needed to go, and did just that. Probably made it home just in time for Parcheesi. So I'm really living for the Hordeculture girls, the Golden Girls of Marvel right now. They were really entertaining, and I'm looking forward to see what else they get into and what kind of problems they cause for our mutants. If you like this video, please like and share. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.